Oh, hi. It's been a while. Like many people, I've spent the last month and a half doing a lot of listening, learning, and self reflection. The Black Lives Matter movement is still going on and should still be the forefront of every public conversation, including YouTube videos. Systemic racism has to be dismantled, and it will only happen if we keep talking about it and keep working on it. So I'd like to share with you some organizations that I have been learning from via Instagram, as well as some Black and Indigenous owned businesses and influencers that I have discovered and think you should check out. I would recommend following at Not Another Black Life on Instagram. They are a Toronto-based group organizing for racial justice in Toronto while also sharing and educating on racial issues across Canada and around the world. Wenishka, which is a Métis-led movement to spread awareness and bring support for missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, and Two-Spirit people in Canada and North America, which if you do not know about this humanitarian crisis, you should look it up. Sisters Sage, which is a company run by two Indigenous sisters in Vancouver who create self-care and wellness products using traditional ingredients. The Wellness Refinery is a local to me, a local Black-owned cafe and smoothie bar in Sauble Beach. But even if you are not anywhere near Sauble Beach, I think that you should follow this Instagram page, because if you like looking at beautiful food pictures and wishing you could go there, this is a beautiful page. At Thunderbird Woman Reads on Instagram. This is a bookstagram account for Indigenous literature run by an Anishinaabe woman in Manitoba. Malicious Art. Malicious is a Montreal Haitian artist who makes incredibly powerful paintings and murals of Black women, and also has been making and selling beautiful masks. I will include links to all of these websites and pages below, as well as links for petitions and donations for Black Lives Matter causes. We all need to do our part to put an end to racism and the horrors that come along with it. Please check them out, educate yourself, donate if you can, and sign petitions either way. Hello and welcome to Eildahug, my island in Animal Crossing. At this entrance we have this gnome, his name is Gerald. Then we have this giant teddy bear who does not have a name. This area is the game zone, where I first did an egg hunt at Easter, and I haven't really done any other games since then. This is an anomaly, or a glitch. And yeah. Now we're gonna head over to our first residential area. This is the first village that I built. We have Biscuit's house. Over here we have Norma's house. And this garden of weeds that I planted purposefully because I love the overgrown look. If you notice how many weeds there are on my island, it's because I love the overgrown look. Up there was Chrissy's house. This is the community garden, which I built long before I had very many flower varieties, so it's not super interesting. Then we have the shops, the Able Sisters and Nook's Cranny, this very messy little beach, touristy beach area. Then we head over to the art. Oh, we got distracted. Time to learn a new recipe. I have yet to actually make that. This is just some cool art that I downloaded. This is Bud's house. He was my first ever villager. Then we're gonna head up to Hey Biscuit. This little area is a bunch of free stuff for people to pick up if they come to my island. Then we're gonna head over to Windrider Island. This is one of the first kind of projects that I did, which is where I got all the trees off this island and planted the whole thing with cosmos, which looks, you know, like it's from The Sound of Music, and I love it. And oh, distracted. This is Chrissy. The thing you need to know about her is that she and Pashmina are definitely girlfriends, and I love them very much. Speaking of Pashmina, we're going to head up to her house right now. This is Pashmina's house. I basically moved half of the trees on the island to be around Pashmina's house because I wanted her to live in a forest, and also I didn't want to completely clear cut, I just wanted to move the trees. Yes, I already know how to make that, Pashmina. I also put this lamp here because Pashmina is a goat, which is almost a fawn, and I thought that was cute. Over here we have one of my favorite things. This idea was definitely stolen from someone. I've seen lots of people do this kind of outdoor library type thing. I haven't really seen any of my villagers go in there, but I enjoy it. The whole island, I kind of decided, is the site of an old ruined castle. So this is the first ruin that I built, and then kind of I put stone walls and stone floors just kind of randomly all over the island. And we're heading over here to the second residential area. We've got this village square. This is Anacoti's house and Angus's house. Here we have Aurora's house and Opal's house. And then I accidentally lost a clip. So you'll just, I walked down through the garden and onto the beach where there is a little beach house that we're going to go inside. This is the little beach house. This is the last user that I made. I've made 4 extra users so that I could build and decorate new houses because that's fun. This one I made just so that I had somewhere to put all of the cute furniture that I was collecting. Now we'll head up the beach and we have our DIY market where there's lots of double DIY recipes that I ended up getting. Anacoti. And continuing upwards we have my last villager's house. This is Tex's house, which I just put a bunch of flowers around and made a nice hedge. Up the beach here there's nothing much, just a lighthouse. Then we're gonna head up, then we're gonna head over to, there's Bud. Hi Bud. And this is one of my favorite things. I'm gonna say that a lot, but I was very proud of creating this waterfall. One of the first things I did when I was able to do construction on the island. My native fruit is cherries, but my friend ran around and planted a bunch of orange trees the first time that she visited, and then I just put some apple trees here as well. I love bouncing over the stepping stones. Up here we have, this is another one of the users that I created. We'll go inside her house. This is Tam Lin's house, and Tam Lin is a lumberjack lesbian, of course. This is probably one of my favorite rooms that I've decorated in the entire game. Possibly, yeah, I think this is my favorite room that I've decorated, aside from maybe a couple of the ones in my own house. It's quite proud of that. Then we head over through this lumber area, across the second tier of the waterfall. I tried to keep most of my island pretty natural, pretty wild. As you can see, I leave a lot of weeds out purposefully. It means that my island has not very many stars, but I don't really mind. This is where I'm trying to grow some other colors of hyacinths. I really want to get purple ones, but I think I'm doing something wrong. This is an outdoor bath area. And I don't know why I went over there. Across this bridge, here we have the first extra user that I created. Has this house. And they have this lovely garden, which I'm quite happy with. I like overgrown and mixed up gardens. Oh, and then in the orchard we found Opal. I love Opal, she's so cute. But yeah, this is where I put this is where I put most of the orange trees that my friend Sarah planted all over my island. I just made an orange orchard. And then I forgot to go inside this house when I was recording for the first time, so this is much later, as I realized that I missed going inside Gwyneth's house. So we're gonna go inside Gwyneth's house now, and you can see what it looks like. So this is the first house, like I said, this was the first house that I did after, the first user that I created after myself and decorated their house. So Gwyneth is a non-binary witch who has lived on this island since before the castle was here. They are ancient, possibly immortal. Also, they have this street organ, which is so cool. Yeah, this house is not very cohesively decorated, but I don't mind. And we're going to head over to the last user that I made. So like I said, I created 4 extra users, and this one is Morgan. Morgan is a fairy, so she has a house that is full of plants. And now we're going to head over to one of my first really big projects, which took me a long time to do, which was Stonehenge. I had to collect so many stones to be able to make all of these standing stones and the archway. And then I had a little party where I invited all my friends to come over dressed as fairies, and we had a little fae parade, which was very fun. Alright, over here we have this little picnic area with a bunch of bamboo that I planted. Nothing up here on the beach. Like I said, I like to keep it pretty open and spacious and natural. Then we have this other big project that I did, which was creating this hedge maze, which I am quite happy with. This is Karaoke Point. Originally it just had the microphone, which is why I called it Karaoke Point, and then I added some other instruments back into the hedge maze. Fun times. This is where we walked through when we were, hi Savannah, doing the Fae Parade. A little sign for the hedge maze. Hi again, Savannah. Alright, we are getting to one of my favorite little projects that I had, which is where I created, down near the museum, this little outdoor cafe. It's called Café de Fleurs. Obviously flower themed. And I got distracted again. I love running around with, I like to run around with the, top-down view of the camera, because then I can see all of the balloons as they fly by. It's also easier to see places to dig fossils and things like that. Making some espresso. Okay. Then down here we have the campsite. I haven't had any new villagers because I have kept all of the same villagers that I had since the beginning, but I'll probably let them move out and have some new ones move in at some point. Here's Norma. I love her. She loves flowers, and I guess also bugs. And... oh, distracted again. Thanks, Chrissy. I already have a bajillion of those. I'll give it to Charlene. And here are my own gardens. When I first started playing this game, I had this idea that I was going to just have yellow and white flowers over the entire island. Obviously, I gave up on that idea, but that's where these gardens came from. Over here we have Norman, the other gnome, and my house. There she is. This is my little tiny orchard that has every fruit. My pile of supplies for crafting. There's a crafting table also behind my house. You can't really see it. And we're gonna go inside. I'll give you a house tour. Welcome to my house. I'm sorry that I had this obnoxious country tune playing when I did this recording. I don't actually like country music, so I don't really know why I had the song playing in here. Anyway, I quite like this open concept kitchen. I like the art that I put on the walls that kind of matches all of the color scheme. I realized just this year playing Animal Crossing that my favorite color scheme for like decor and stuff is yellow, green, and white. So I'm now heading into my bathroom, which was one of the actual first complete rooms that hasn't really changed since the beginning of April. It has this bamboo theme, which I quite like. And we're gonna head over to the library. Library/office. Let you see a little bit better. I was very excited when one of my friends was able to give me the library walls. Typety type type. And now we're gonna head into my absolute favorite room. Well, it's a tie, but this is my bedroom, which I quite like. As you can see, it has this yellow and green and white theme that I talked about. It is the most evident in this room. And I am very happy with this room. This is a room that I would love to have in real life. For sure. I have the toy box over there entirely because there is a giraffe in it. And I love giraffes. Also, did you know you could do this? I didn't know that for the longest time. Again, sorry for that obnoxious tune. Alright, we're gonna go downstairs. So this room, originally when I got the basement, I made it into a turnip storage room, but then I stopped really doing the stocks, so I turned it into a studio/stage. Kind of theater, music, dance room, because I got these studio lights and it gave me the idea. So I quite like that. You can't actually go on the stage because it's made of tables, but you get the idea. Now we're gonna head up. So this is not what this room looks like now. I just took this video of what the room looked like before I made it my actual aesthetic, because I had all this stuff and I made it this aesthetic that is absolutely not mine. But this is what it looks like now. Very, very cottagecore. This literally looks like the inside of my grandma's cottage. And I absolutely love it. So this is the one that my bedroom is tied with for my favorite room that I've decorated. I am quite pleased with it. Look, there's a Rivendell painting. People make such cool custom designs. I could never. I'm just going to continue panning around this room for a little bit because it's just goals. Makes me happy. Oh, I guess it's time for me to get ready because the day that I recorded this, my best friend Charlene and I were planning to hang out and play Animal Crossing together for the first time because she had just gotten it. So here I am getting ready for that. And that is the end of my island tour. I hope you enjoyed your tour of Eel to Hug. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget that there are many links down below for petitions, donations, and people you can follow to diversify your feed. Okay, bye!